Good day, folks. Welcome to the 4th edition of Lamont's Locker Room. Lamont's Locker Room is being brought to you live and in picture by yours truly, Gene.com, the Gov. First topic of the day. Folks, I told you, the Baltimore Ravens would not disappoint you. Hope you put your money where your mouth was, where the sports prophesized mouth was. Hey, because you would have came up like I did. Ray Lewis and the Baltimore Ravens was indeed victorious in the Super Bowl this year. The final score was 34-31 in an epic fashion. If they would have lost that game would have been called the Blackout Bowl, simply because of the blackout and the power outage. Never seen a Super Bowl like it. I don't think you ever will again. Next subject up for debate is Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett are being rumored to possibly be leaving the Boston Celtics. You heard it here, folks. There is a rumor that Danny Ainge is willing to break up the unit and move forward into transition. This story is just being broke. I will continue to keep you updated as the story continues to unfold. Next subject, while we're talking basketball, let's talk about those Florida Gators. Folks, I told you last week that the Florida Gators will win the championship. You heard it here first. I'm sticking by my word. The loss we took this week against Arkansas, a.k.a. Arkansas, it was a loss. One thing that game told me about the Florida Gators is they still got a lot of maturing. Very talented team, a lot of maturing to do. We lost Mr. Will Get. He will be out with an ankle sprain for the remainder of the regular season. It's not going to be a huge setback because he was coming off the bench, but it is a loss. Whenever you got a guy 7'1" and playing any type of significant minutes, it's going to be a loss. So it's an unfortunate loss, but we'll be okay. We got a lot of depth. It's a setback in the SEC. Back in 2007, we went undefeated in the SEC, obviously won the championship, but we've been down this road before, folks. Back in 2006, the Florida Gators lost twice in the SEC tournament, and ultimately, again, still won the championship. So I figure, you know, they're young, they'll mature, they'll pull it together right in time for the tournament, and we'll still hold that trophy. Billy Donovan said after the game, the only thing that game taught him was that those guys, this is a growing pain. And it happens. As you can see this week, we also had Kansas lose, which was ranked number 5. We was ranked number 2 this year. This past week, number 1 Indiana also lost, as well as Michigan. So pretty much everybody in that top 5 took an L. I don't see Florida falling no further than probably 8, which still keeps us at a good pace to reach the ultimate goal, which is to hoist the championship come April. Next topic up for bid, let's talk about the baseball. Atlanta Braves just acquired Mr. B.J. Upton from the Baltimore Orioles in a 3-team trade. This is a huge deal because now he teams up with his brother in Atlanta in the outfield, which kind of forms one of the biggest outfields in all of baseball. I think that Atlanta Braves this year will be able to pull some things together and ultimately possibly get that trophy that they have yearned for the last 8 years. So we'll see, you know, as spring training continues to unfold. The last topic, National Signing Day was earlier this week. The Florida Gators ended up with the number 2 recruiting class, which is not bad. You know, as the signing day unfolded, we had 28 commitments. You heard it first. That's right, 28 commitments before National Signing Day that actually stuck with the program and actually stayed with it until the very end, which is very good. We ended up with a total of 29 because we just signed a 4-star punter. Never knew that they even gave punters rating, but apparently they did. And this gentleman from Orlando was the number 1 punter in the nation. So he now brings Florida's commitment totals to 29. The number 1 recruiting class this year for the 2012-2013 recruiting class was the Alabama Crimson Tide. You heard it here first. They lose players to the draft year in and year out, and for some kind of way they keep reloading. So it'll be interesting. I anticipate Florida being in the top 10 when the preseason polls come out. Alabama will probably be a consensus number 1. And, you know, we'll see how everything goes from there. Early, also speaking of those Florida Gators, Mr. Will, number 15, Purify, played cornerback, sophomore at Florida, was cited, arrested for possession of marijuana. Get it together, guys. This is the 8th arrest since Mr. Will Muschamp took over 2 years ago. We're a better program than this. You know, hopefully because this is his first time being cited, you know, for having marijuana in his possession. I don't think they'll give him a slap on the wrist, but I don't think anything detrimental will come of it. At least I hope not, because he's very, we need him. You know, this year we're going to move him from cornerback to possibly play receiver this year, which he was able to play the last game of the season, totaling 5 catches for 43 yards. So the guy is talented on both sides of the football. Other than that, I'm looking forward to a great year. And that'll do it for this edition of Lamont's Locker Room. Remember, live life, love sports, enjoy both. Until next time, thank you.